Let me ask you this. When was the last time you did a video and you thought, you know what, that was a bit different, you know? That will definitely keep the viewers on their toes. They won't be expecting these sorts of visuals. But if it's been a while since you felt that way, then stick around as I show you how to create surreal cinematic videos by using a mixture of old school techniques that are easy to use and still stand up by today's standards, and newer ones that, when used properly, can give your videos that extra bit of unexpected strange. Because mate, this ain't your regular type of video. This is, well, this is something else. Right, let's just start off with pure, organic, practical in-camera effects to create surrealism in our videos. So we can do this by having things like furniture, props or lighting physically change in front of the camera. Films like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is a great example of practical in-camera effects. I mean, just look at what's going on here. Well played, Michael Gondry, you absolute mad slag. Well, this way of creating surreal visuals is something we applied to in this shot right here of me waking up upside down, which is completely normal, and then walking across the bedroom into the living room as nighttime turns into day in a matter of seconds. Cool on the gang, so let's break down this shot. Now I appreciate that most people out there don't have access to a studio, but you know, this is where we work, so this is where we do all our filming. But you could definitely scale this down into your own space because essentially it is just a couple of lights and a gimbal move and a mirror. And here we have Tommy Spoons on the old gimbal moves. Tell us what you're going to be doing.
Simple, mate. We're going to do a little pull out of the reflection in the mirror, at the same time as doing a cheeky little barrel roll to make us into not upside down world anymore. And then we're going to pan into the living room while both the lights go from a cool temperature to a warm temperature, making it look like going from nighttime to daytime.
Exactly, and who's going to be doing the colour temperature? Big boy Barney.
Barney.
Who's holding the camera? Do you want to pass me the camera, mate?
Yo.
Here we go, so come through.
I'm going here.
Yeah, that's it. So Barney, you're going to be around here. Tell us what you're going to do. You're going to go from 5,600 to 3,000, right?
Yeah.
Some great work there.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right, so a quick summary of what's going on here. So Woodstock is going to time the barrel roll with my arms coming down to really sell the idea that I'm upside down. And then he's going to pan across the mirror, which is covering up the fact that it looks like a set, but it's also making it appear as if the bedroom is right next door to the living room, while Barney then rides the colour temperature from nighttime to daylight. Okay, but what if you're forced to be a solo filmmaker because all your mates and family are too busy to help you achieve your cinematic greatness? In that case, you could strip it right back and just do the lighting change. And you could do this by simply unplugging your fill light, which would leave just your key light on to create an instantly moodier scene. You could also chuck in a slider move, which would push in to make this sudden light transition even more defined. And again, it means you can do this all on your Jack Jones, and you can call up your so-called pals afterwards and tell them they're all a bunch of for not supporting you achieve your filmmaking dreams. Yeah, I'm sorry, Nan. That's just how I feel about it, to be honest. Yeah. Another practical effect I've used to keep viewers guessing to whatever mad shit I'm going to do next is to have a prop like a pub table move physically with the camera. Now with this shot right here, myself and Woodstock have simply rigged our camera with a magic arm to a small trolley. So the camera stays in a fixed position to create the illusion that the table is moving all by itself. Then I've just sat on a flight case and placed the tables on my knee to keep it nice and compact because the pub we were filming in was a bit on the small side. It's simple but very effective and satisfying when you manage to pull it off and you feel like you've worked for it, you know? Unless you're the one sat on the trolley, then let's face it, you've done absolutely sod all. Right, in the intro, you may have noticed there were some crazy, mental shots, and I know what you're thinking. Obviously, that was all me, baby. Yeah, that's right. We hired a pub. Yeah, we got the insurance cleared so we could fill it to the brim full of booze. We even closed down a street to get that shot. So, you're welcome. And obviously, I'm taking the piss, so I don't have access to those sorts of resources. No, I just spent 20 minutes using Artlist's image to video AI generator. Now, this shot here was created from a screen grab of some footage we shot in a London pub, a while back. For this shot, I used the Kling 2.5 turbo model, and after a couple of tweaks in the prompts, it produced this on the second go, which, you can't really argue with that. I was well happy with the result. Or for this shot, for example, man's face slowly starts to melt. Oh, just look at it. Disgustingly beautiful. So yeah, it was as easy as that. You just write a prompt either in text to video for Artlist's AI to create a whole scene from scratch, or as we did, use the image to video for Artlist's AI to build on a screen grab from your own footage or, any random picture you want to use. Now, what impressed me the most about all this was how it was able to match our cinematography, the way it built on our lighting choices to give a seamless transition into the surreal visuals. Fuck me, I couldn't have asked for anything more, to be honest. It was perfect. Okay, so, if you like what you see, Artlist is having a huge holiday sale, and you can get up to 40% off annual AI plans or 20% off the Max Pro annual plan, and an extra 2 months free, but only if you click on the link in our description. Oh, that sounds bloody lovely. Thank you, Artlist. I couldn't have done these shots without you, mate. So the way I'm going to be using AI is to create those impossible shots. Shots I could never achieve. I can't go out into the real world and fill a pub to the brim full of booze. I can't fucking make that happen. And I definitely don't have the skill set to pull that shot off in special effects. I don't know how to do that. I know how to do this.
Oh yeah, feel it, yeah.
But I definitely can't do this. And my whole take on the AI thing is I will definitely not ask it to do things I can 100% do myself, but I will ask it to do stuff I have no idea how to do. Put it this way, AI is there to help you tell your story. It's not there to tell the whole fucking story, because, that's not fun. That would be like going to a theme park and getting someone else to go on the rides for you, Right, let's bring it back to basics. Just your bog standard, humble mask. I honestly can't tell you how many times masking has resulted in some of my most favourite compositions. This majestic shot right here is just, a shitload of masking. And of course, a clean plate to stack the lamps on top of afterwards. Now, a clean plate simply just means an empty frame of your scene. So then you can add things back on top of. And yeah, obviously it takes a little bit more effort than your regular shot. You've got to keep moving things around and placing them in different spots. But once you've gone through all of this hard graft and you get it into the edit and you chop it all out, honestly, it is the most rewarding thing to see it all come together. Hello? You're right, mate. What am I up to? You know me, mate. I'm just in the middle of a field at 2 a.m. placing phones all over the shop to try and get a surreal cinematic shot. Is it going to look good? I fucking hope so, mate, because it is freezing out here and I've been going at it for about an hour. Do you know what? I think I'm done. Let's have a look. And as the people down at Guinness say, good things come to those who wait. It's actually pretty good. Yeah, it's all right. I like it. So, yeah, I think that's a good job done. So, yeah, I suppose I'll sit. What did you want, by the way? You just want to go down the pub? It's 2 a.m. They're all closed, mate. You're just going to go to bed? It's probably the best thing. Yeah. What am I going to do? Probably go to bed.
And another thing I like to do on the regular is mask myself into an old TV because it's quick and it's an easy way to make a shot look more visually spicy than the norm.
And if this effect was on the menu, it would have like one chili next to it, you know? Mildly spicy. Now, if I want to up the spice level beyond mild, I might add a slider movement and then jump into After Effects to rotoscope myself out so I overlap over the duplicates of myself. And honestly, the rotoscope tool in After Effects is so easy to use. Even someone like me, who used to spend their free time running into fridges, can use it. But yeah, masking, you know, a simple tool you can use to create surreal cinematic shots, you know, and maybe it's a tool over the time that you've forgotten about. So yeah, don't forget the humble mask, you know, it can sort you right out. Now, there's also another, even easier way to create a surreal scene, and that's to just simply put objects outside of their normal environment. I mean, just seeing a TV in the middle of a field or a deconstructed living room can create a really striking image, and you know, it instantly lets the viewer know that things aren't quite kosher around here.
You've reached the voicemail messaging service for Mike Casual. Please leave a message.
Hello, it's me, your Uncle Frank. And I've just spoken to my mum. My mum, your nan, and she told me what you said to her down the blower. I hope you're hungry, boy, because you're going to be getting a knuckle sandwich. Yeah, that's right. You're about to get a lunchbox filled with misery, you little toe rag. And you know, Michael, that would have been the case, my son, but seeing as I'm now out of the prison and I need to get my life on the old straight and narrow, we can avoid all this pain, and I can come and work with you on your YouTube channel, you know, setting up tripods, maybe even have a go at the old gimbal, see how I get on. You give me a job, and I won't come round there and rip off your bollocks and stuff them so far down your fucking throat they come out your bum and you have to shit on your own plums for the rest of your life. How about we don't do that? I don't want to do that to you, Michael. I want to set up tripods and get paid 100 grand a year to do it. So, yeah, let's do that instead, shall we? Alright, mate. See you Monday morning. Alright, ta-ra. Love ya.